Blackbeard once locked his own crew below deck. Then he filled the room with sulfur smoke. The man coughed, choked, had to be released. But Blackbeard just sat there, watching, smiling. He wasn't trying to kill them. He simply wanted to remind them who they served. And somehow, that man became the most feared pirate in history. In the early 1700s, pirates ruled the seas. But among them all, one name inspired genuine terror: Blackbeard. Not because he had the biggest ship, not because he had the most treasure, but because people believed he might not be entirely human. Old sailors whispered stories about him in taverns, never loudly, never after dark. Some swore they smelled sulfur before his ship appeared. Others claimed his eyes glowed through the clouds of smoke. Most likely, none of it was true. If you're wondering why I'm talking the way I am, it's because I bit my tongue. Ow. But Blackbeard didn't need magic. He was already creating something far more powerful: a legend. Before battle, Blackbeard transformed himself, braided slow-burning fuses into his beard, then lit them. Smoke poured around his face, around his eyes, around his shoulders. He carried pistols across his chest, but not one, not even two, but several pistols. Imagine standing on the deck of a merchant ship, morning fog parts, and the giant figure covered in weapons emerges through smoke and fire. One witness later even said that he looked like fury from hell, exactly as Blackbeard intended. Most pirates rely on violence, but not Blackbeard. Blackbeard relied on fear. Because a terrified crew surrendered faster, and the surrendered crew didn't damage valuable cargo. Often, simply seeing his flag was enough. Ships surrendered before a battle even began, and survivors were left alive. They carried the story to the next port, then the next one, then the next. You know the drill. Every frightened sailor became another chapter in the legend. Then came one of the strangest moments in Blackbeard's story. His flagship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, ran aground. Some historians believe it was an accident. Others suspect something darker. Theory says Blackbeard deliberately stranded the ship. Why? To reduce the size of his crew and keep a larger share of the treasure. Nobody knows the truth. But if it was intentional, it does tell us something terrifying. The man sailing beside him may have feared him as much as his enemies did. Eventually, the British government decided enough was enough. A naval officer named Robert Maynard was sent to kill him. The two forces met in 1718 at dawn. Cannons thundered, smoke swallowed the sea, food splintered, man screamed, and through it all, Blackbeard kept fighting. Reports claim he suffered wound after wound, gunshots, cuts, yet somehow he remained standing, advancing, swinging, refusing to fall, like a man too angry to die. Eventually, even Blackbeard collapsed. The most feared pirate in the Atlantic was dead. His head was severed, displayed from a ship as proof. His body was thrown into the sea. That should have been the end. But sailors began telling a different story, a darker one. They claimed Blackbeard's body didn't sink. They claimed it circled the ship once, twice, 3 times, as though searching for something. Its head. Then it vanished beneath the black water. Now Blackbeard was real. The smoke, the pistols, the battles, the fear. The headless body, though, almost certainly a legend. But perhaps that's the point, because Blackbeard achieved something few people ever do. He survived his own death. Not in flesh, but in stories. Old sailors used to say the sea remembers everything. The ships, the treasure, the dead. And sometimes, when the fog rolls in and the ocean goes silent, people still swear they smell sulfur.